Well, to steal a phrase from Brad Jones, it just doesn't make any sense. You know, he said,
What's the motivation?
he said, yeah, he kept saying, it just doesn't make any sense. So where are we with the bill? So it's in committee, State Affairs, right? It's in the State Affairs Committee. It has an author, great guy, that remain anonymous, right? The Senate author is really the author that's pushing the bill, and we continually say she's a great patriot, a great lawmaker, but just misinformed on this issue. I mean, and that's okay. Like, she's filed 600 bills this session, right? We're all human. So the more that we can educate her, the better. She's a very experienced lawmaker, very influential lawmaker. So we will be doing a lot of that. But we need to kill the bill, regardless of whether or not we get to her before or after, right? Because worldview, she's aligned. She's anti-central bank digital currencies. She's pro-freedom. We'll eventually have her, advocate, or at least neutral, right? If not advocating on our behalf. So in the meantime, we got to kill the bill. That means it doesn't pass the House because it's already passed the Senate. I'm feeling really strong about that. I know, we've got a lot of allies in the House that are assisting with that. So I'm confident that it's still not going to pass. What's your confidence level?
I try to, be careful about how confident I get in these situations because I don't want it to sneak up on me and cause a shooting, which I know you also have been very careful about, saying, oh, we're definitely going to kill this thing, because it's one of those things where you don't want to be overly confident because you couldn't kind of lull you into a place of complacency where you're like, don't worry, guys, we got it handled. We need to be very vigilant, I think, in making sure that we are full court press. This is like a championship game. If we lose this game, there's very big consequences for Bitcoin mining. I've been talking to multiple investors, energy companies, even foreign energy companies that are looking to invest in the Texas market. And they just said, frankly, we're not going to invest until we see the outcome of this legislation. And that if it passes, we probably are going to pass on Texas.
Well, to steal a phrase from Brad Jones, it just doesn't make any sense. He said,
what's the motivation?
He said, yeah, he kept saying, it just doesn't make any sense. The beauty of it is, what we have in Texas is a free market for power, and we have a deregulated market. We have ancillary services that ERCOT procures on a daily basis, and if you pull miners out of those ancillary services, it necessarily means that prices are going to go up. Now, he was not shy in saying that. I thought he might say, yes, and prices will probably go up. He said, no, absolutely, prices will go up, which is what you and I know as students of economics and these power markets. And he knows it too. I was just thinking he was going to be more diplomatic, but he was very firm on that point.
It was great to see him in action, saying the things that we all know are true. But typically someone in his position would be a little bit more careful about how they present. Right. But it was such a solid fact that this is occurring, that Bitcoin mining is driving down the amount of money that Texas grid operators are spending to provide these services, that he was just more than happy, more comfortable. And that's not just coming from him being the former CEO of ERCOT, who's also the former CEO and leader of the New York ISO. So this is not just like, oh, I'm a Texas guy, let's do Texas the way we do Texas. This guy
and the Northeastern Power Grid, yeah.
It's you're coming from running one of the most important grids in America and one of the most populated states in the country, and he is there on the front line saying that Bitcoin miners are the most cost-effective, efficient resource that we can use for things like demand response.
Yep. Hey guys, thanks for watching. We had a great time here at Consensus. At the Texas Blockchain Council, we are striving to be the nexus between traditional industries, banking, finance, legal, energy, and the digital asset industry. So we want to help you get your brand in front of those kinds of companies with B2B opportunities. Reach out to us if that's of interest for membership or for sponsorship at the summit. Hope to see you there in November in Fort Worth. Thanks again. We look forward to seeing you at the summit.